Hi, WriteOnConners. My name is Stasia Ward Kehoe, and for the past 15 years I've worked in educational and library marketing, both freelance and in-house, for Random House, Dorling Kindersley, and Tor Books, and I'm currently the freelance author appearance coordinator for Simon & Schuster Children's Publishing. I'm here today to talk to both published and pre-published writers about how and why to reach out to schools and libraries. I'm combining the hows and the whys for the published and pre-published in the interest of time, so choose what works for you. First, why schools? Your audience is at school and they have a lot to teach you. You write for preschoolers, grade schoolers, or teens. Your audience spends all day at school, making friends, talking about books, and often enjoying enrichment experiences such as author appearances at school. School is where kids are open to and expecting information of the sort that you want to bring. And of course, your biggest fans are at the library. Beyond your readership, librarians sit at those checkout desks because they love books. They want to support you, and they're always on the lookout for new authors to bring to their readership. Local writer people make libraries sizzle. So how? How can you do this effectively in an educational and library marketing sense? Here's an abecedarian list, but don't worry, it doesn't make it to Z. A, volunteer to lead a reading group conversation, help with a writing group, or work on a classroom reading or writing project. B, shelve books at your school or local library. This is a great way to use a little time to be a big help, and it also lets you see what books are flying off the shelves and which ones are dog-eared with love. C, financial times are tough, so offer a signed book or tea and chat with you as a prize for a library fundraising effort. And D, give your local school or library a break on your appearance fee if you can, and if you're a newer author, maybe visit for free. Make an extra effort to stop locally. Be the local writer who everybody knows and loves. E, create a reading list. This helps busy teachers who may not have time to make free reading selections for their students, and offer to speak to students about how and why you chose the books. Whether or not you're published, this is a great way to share what you love about the genre in which you write and to introduce authors who make it special. Invite kids to add to your list or to create reading lists of their own. And if you're an illustrator, you could turn these lists into posters or illustrated booklets as a fun project. F, if you're published, make sure you've got a reading guide with discussion questions and cross-curricular activities that teachers can use if they're using your book in their classroom or hosting a visit by you. This shows your commitment to helping educators and makes you more appealing as a presenter at schools and conferences. G, curriculum demands can make classroom writing lessons restrictive and sometimes more about avoiding typos or writing to a prompt than creativity. As an outside writer, you have the gift of telling kids that writing is fun and freeing. You can incorporate such messages into your book promotion. Here are a few favorite lines from thank you notes I received from kids. Quote, I learned that it's okay not to be perfect all the time. Quote, I learned that you can write whatever you want. You can write about turkeys, cats, dogs, worms, blankets, and you can even write about trash cans. H, don't just lecture kids. Learn to have conversations. Find in these efforts the roots of future presentations you will make by understanding how you personally and genuinely connect with your readers. I, don't just be a resource. Allow educators and librarians to repay your efforts through dialogue and sharing information. This creates a relationship that will open a door to your asking to promote your book at their school or to connect you with other librarians because you will have proven yourself and hopefully probably made some great friends. J, always say thank you and ask how you can be of help in the future or whether and when you can get back in touch. This simple step can transform a school or library visit from a finite event to a continuing positive experience. Why now? Well, unless you're a New York Times best-selling author, frankly, you've got a lot of competition for appearances. At Simon & Schuster, I received countless requests for the likes of Margaret Peterson Haddix or Andrew Clements, but a very countable number from newer or less published authors. However, there are exceptions. I have authors who, despite being not as high profile, have well-booked appearance calendars and solid backlist sales. A big part of this is that they have ongoing positive relationships with educators and librarians. They're not Johnny-come-lately types. You know, like those folks online who start a blog one day and hit up publishers for ARCs or more established bloggers for publicity help the next. As you begin your writing career or continue your writing career, you want to become a part of the reading community in which you live. This establishes your credibility and gives you practice and experience talking about your passion. So when the time comes to promote your own work, there are students who are ready to listen and librarians and educators who are eager and ready to help. Thanks so much for listening. Enjoy the rest of WriteOnCon and look for my first novel, Audition, coming from Viking next year. Have a great afternoon.